Welcome to the Texas Go Radio Show. I'm your host, Pretorius. This is part 10 of the 1874 live stream by Owen Benjamin.
And I never regret any of that. Like, it's not even like, I don't even know what these people are doing. Oh, you gave up your chance with Rogan. He's a grown man who shits his pants. Guys, anal is like no joke, man. You lose your fucking sphincter.
Okay, so does everybody understand the ridiculous nature of what Owen is saying, or not? Is this like so heavily projecting? Why does it sound so firsthand knowledge whenever he says that is no joke? How obnoxious would it be to think of yourself as a comedian and you find yourself in a green room with Owen, and this is how he's acting?
It's like a nightmare that this guy's living. Unbelievable.
And the fact that he feels the need to whisper because he is in his, I would assume, his children's playroom makes it so much more disturbing.
Okay, anyway, let's take a look at my idea for a, this is my idea for a business. If anybody wants to help me out, super chat to help me make this dream come true. EntropyStream.live/app/Owen Benjamin Comedy, or the Rumble chat, or P.O. Box 490, Sandpoint, Idaho 83864. Every bit helps. Yeah, let's get off Twitter, even though I think this is the censored one, but let's just get off Twitter. All right, ladies and gentlemen, enjoy. All right, one thing I never understood about reality or life is there's so many rich people, millions of them. There's 11 million millionaires in America. There's a few thousand billionaires. How come nobody ever does anything just legendary for no reason?
What?
Good about reality or life is there's so many rich people, millions of them. There's 11 million millionaires in America.
Okay.
There's a few thousand billionaires. How come nobody ever does anything just legendary for no reason?
I've got a theory about this. It's because they can't. They can't. Once you make a certain amount of money, and I'm not talking $10 million, $20 million, $30 million. That's not what I'm talking. Once you make a certain amount of money, you get visited by some people, and they say, "Hey, you made it." As long as you don't do anything crazy, and I guarantee you, that's not what you think that I'm talking about. As long as you don't do anything crazy, you are absolutely free to do whatever you want. And it could be 20 million, 30 million, because you can F around and find out with that much money, I think. But I think it's a lot more than that, because the people that actually do kind of influence certain things, if they want you to lose that 30 million, it's not going to take them that long for you to lose it.
I'll tell you what I would do if I was a billionaire. And why doesn't anyone do this? It's almost like it doesn't make sense to me.
It's almost like it's a bad idea. It's almost like I'm retarded. Oh, man.
I would spend millions of dollars coming up with the best chicken recipe ever. You know, I'd employ the best chefs. I'd get all this press buzzing around it, where I'm going to get the best fried chicken ever made. You know, I'd hire like Gordon Ramsay and like anybody. Okay, I can elaborate more on this. I'd get like morning shows to be like, well, one man, a rich billionaire, is trying to find the perfect.
Oh, so he's fantasizing about being a billionaire. I don't know anybody who hasn't, but I mean, he claims to have people that are in the inner circles or whatever, supporters that are extremely filthy rich. Well, why don't they do something with Owen? They might be doing it secretly, but I don't think any of those people would publicly do anything with Owen.
Chicken, and it shows me with all these chicken in a field, they'd be free range. I'd be feeding them the best stuff. I'd be starting this whole movement where everyone's like, one man's quest for the perfect fried chicken. And it's like,
okay, one of the things he's saying, if I was a billionaire, this is what I do. First of all, he's recording this in front of chickens. he has the main product already. He's just too stupid and lazy to actually do anything. He very well could. It doesn't take $1 billion to see what some of the favorite recipes for fried chicken is. He's a moron, man. This dude is just dumb. That's so ironic that he's doing it in front of the main ingredient. But he's like, it would take me to be a billionaire first before I do this. Such a good idea. And if you want to support me, do P.O. Box horse hockey. My cat's irritated with me, I think. Oh, stop.
Like, I'm building it. I'm getting celebrities to sign on. You know, I get like Mayweather to endorse it. I give him $1 million. Like, when you got money, you can do all this stuff. You're like Floyd Mayweather is like, man, can't wait to have.
Okay, so he just spent the last 20, 30 minutes talking about how he would never get back into Hollywood, how he is glad that he left, and all the horse hockey excuses, is rewriting history pretty much. And then now he's pitching a fantasy about other people giving him money to make him a billionaire for a fried chicken recipe where he has chicken and probably a reasonable opportunity to get the actual ingredients to do that. And fantasizing about paying Hollywood people to help him.
This guy's chicken, but I just keep building until I release it. All these big names, get all this buzz, and then I get everybody excited. I'm going to open up one store for my chicken right in the heart of Los Angeles, New York City, and dude, constant press about it.
Okay, so he said he would open up one store, would be a restaurant, but then he named 2 places. Now, I understand that there's going to be some people out there that says, this is just a bit. This is one of the problems I have with you. You take things too seriously. He's not joking. He's not joking with this. He is setting it up kind of like a bit, but he is definitely not joking when he says, hey, send me money to help me do this. That's 100%. That is 100% him being serious. And so he's kind of being outrageous with it. That way he can say, no, it was just a bit. But no, he's dead serious.
Los Angeles, New York City, Cleveland, Philadelphia, all over. On grand opening, I released this chicken. It's the best chicken you've ever tasted. And the sign, the name of the store, I released it the day we open. It's just called Okay. What's that? Why doesn't anyone do that? It's just like, and it's undeniably
And the way that he says it is though it's a mic drop situation.
good. And so then maybe a year down the road, someone tries to sue you. Oh, you can't have be your store title. Okay, well, you have Cracker Barrel. And then I hire a lawyer to argue that Cracker Barrel is just like. Yeah, it's like, you might as well call it nigger.
I bet that this has actually been a bit by somebody else. I bet somebody else has already performed this joke on stage. I would throw money at it that this joke has been done before.
And so here's another thing, because the thing you got to do when you're launching a visionary thing like this is you got to go so big that it's the cat's out of the bag. So I would get all this press and excitement. You know, it's organic chicken. It's like free range. You know, we have scientists working on it.
He is very similar to listening to a child tell stories. Very, very similar.
And all these celebrities that can't wait. They've had like little samples of it, but no one knows the name of it.
But like somebody else's kid, somebody else that you don't really like all that well. So whenever the kid is acting extra kiddie, they're just like overly obnoxious and you want to just say, shut up. Does that make sense or is that? Yeah.
And then bang, niggers everywhere. And then they're like, oh, you phone's off the hook. Oh, you got to take this down. No, I don't. What?
Oh my gosh, the dude said the N-word. Oh my gosh, he's so cool. Oh my gosh. He blew my mind by saying the same word that he says every day on a day-to-day basis. Oh my, such a duke he is. Such a maverick. One thing that he is not is funny. This is just stupid. It really is. It is very all too similar of listening to a small child tell you a story.
It's crack, and then I start a whole thing where it's like, I've been going to Cracker Barrel since I was a kid. Cracker Barrel? And then start that fight. Fight. Meanwhile, niggers is growing. It's growing. And then you start franchising it, and then it becomes a hit. And then you fight that out for 10 years in the courts. Why not? You're a billionaire. Like, if money isn't a problem, and as this is happening, people can't stop eating the chicken. Like, you really have made the best chicken anyone's ever eaten. And they're like, yeah, somebody's like, hey, you can't call it niggers. I'm like, oh, well, you called it White Castle, Cracker Barrel, niggers chicken. I actually think Niggles might be even better. Niggles fried chicken. You can get a niggler. No, instead of like Ronald McDonald's, the niggler, and like the nigglets, like a little piece is just. And guys, I am dead serious about this. Like I would absolutely.
So for anybody out there that's like, this is just a bit, no, and you can say, well, that's one of his bits is to say that it's not a bit. Okay, well, all right.
Absolutely do this. Dead serious. I'll meet you over at Niggers. And then you have once a week, you have Nigger Night, where it's like a penny for the chicken. I'm talking this is the best chicken in the world. Like people fly from all over the world to taste this chicken. So it's just filled with actual niggers. But instead they just buy Bugattis and helipads and yachts. And it's like, we need a better class of billionaire, you know? It's like, even the exciting ones, they just buy shit with it. How come no one's started niggers? It would change everything. Like, imagine that. Imagine, like, you can't help yourself but to go get niggers chicken. Then niggers delivers. Be like, does niggers deliver?
There's a reason why billionaires, whenever they give money away, it's always to notice that they don't just go out and do like kind of what Mr. Beast does. They always donate large amounts of money to charities. There's a reason for that. The government has, I think that the government has to know, they have to maintain you're not allowed to just help people at a certain level. You're not, or I think more people would. I'm not one of those that says people are inherently good. No, that's not what I'm saying at all. I'm just saying, if you were allowed to just help people however you wanted to, then I think that they would do that a lot more, really. But I think that they're told that they can't. You could say that I'm naive or stupid for that. That's fine.
Yeah, oh yeah. And here's another thing. Only white people work there. I would not allow any blacks to work at niggers. Because the niggers would be the ones buying the chicken. That's how you set a tone. Yeah, and I got that's more. How you really guys, okay, so that's how you be the change you want to see in the world. All right, so a 6-piece comes with 5 because one's stolen. The drive-through window is called the drive-by. Be like, oh, let's go do it. I'm really busy. Where can we get our food? Just go to Niggers. We'll hit the drive-by. And then you go through the drive-by, take 2 6-pieces. Oh, shit, they only have 5. 5. Yeah, 6 pieces come with 5. They steal. Yeah. And then your dessert menu just is the parole. It just says parole. Oh, and it's only on diversity night can you get mayonnaise. No bike racks. Yeah, guys, I am dead serious. Like, I even tried to get my buddy on board. Guys, I'm not kidding. I was like, the funny thing is niggers would be a huge with blacks. You think people would invest because my buddy's very wealthy? I'm like, it would be like billions in free advertising from constant outrage, but also unbelievable chicken. Nuggets would be called Niglets, and the mascot would be the Niggler. I'm dead serious. And the chicken are all raised free range, best treatment in the world. And he just says, horrible idea. No, it's not a horrible idea. It's actually like guys, it would
I don't know who that is, but I'm really glad that he has somebody in his life. He didn't, 2 words, horrible idea. That's it. Now that could be fake. It's whatever, but that's hilarious. A legitimate laugh right there. That is so funny. And just the fact that he has somebody in his life that hardly tolerates, because he could have had a conversation, like asked him questions, played into it a little bit. He didn't. He just said, horrible idea. And you don't know how long the wait was in between each message, because he was pretty much blowing him up. There was, 7 messages there? That could have been over a time span of 5 minutes or 5 hours. But a horrible idea. That's good. I like that.
Literally be an amazing idea. Like, imagine even if we just called it Niggles, and it's a chicken on a bike. I love everything about this. Me too. Dude, it literally is an awesome idea.
Oh my, that right there, that small little moment right there, well, where he says something and then goes to the chat for confirmation, that right there made me sick to my stomach, because that is exactly how the very first Bertarian investment scheme went. He would say something, go to the chat. Yeah, no, I know. It's a great idea. Can we get some bear emojis in the chat for everybody that's going to give this money? This is the Texas Goat Radio Show, and I'm your host, Matorius. As always, till next time.